Hey guys, welcome back. Today is going to be an interesting one and a bit of a long one. I'm not going to ruin the surprise for you, so I'm going to get rid of my map. So we're at our house. It's our house. It isn't actually, we're just pretending. No, sorry, our house, was up here on this hill with the station wagon on the driveway. We have this lovely station wagon, which is actually our friend's, who is round. I need to switch on the AI traffic. No, I can't switch on AI traffic yet. So, it's the house. Very nice. We are going to be here with our friend. And then, you won't expect this, but we were here with our friend. He was called in for work, and we were called to something more serious than my friend having to go to work. This is the issue. Fire department are on scene, sheriffs are on scene. We have a multi-truck collision involving 1, 2, 3, 4 semi-trucks. There are 4 semi-trucks involved, one of which is physically loaded. No, which one was it that was loaded? TLX was loaded with 59. Yeah, this one here, like you just saw when I was in the cab, is loaded with 59,000 litres of corrosive road salt. It is loaded with 59,000 litres of this stuff. And if that road salt spills out, it is an environmental hazard. Which also in this video, we may be doing a fresh milk transport. Just depends. I'm going to move this away from this tree, because it's stuck up against this tree, as you can see. Park it there. We have our truck around the corner here. I responded before the video comes without cones. Truck is still on, as you can see. I had set this accident up. I spent 3 hours prepping before the video to do this. This has been 3 hours of prep. 3 hours. 3 full hours of prep. First off, I had to prep the accident. I had to prep the vehicles. I had to go back to the depot. I also had... In the last episode, I had to turn off snow. I had to turn the snow off in the last episode because it was incredibly annoying. It was also causing me a major issue. So now, that's that done. In which this is a bit weird. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do this with this last cone. Up top, as you saw, there was some other places in which the traffic is now unable to come up here. So I can actually turn it back on, not that. I can turn the traffic back on and not set it to 120 speed. It is 12:51 and it's quite dark for 12:51 because we have Seasons Geo Snowy Lands on. I turned snow off in the last episode, before the last episode, as I said, in which there is a reason. But now, since the last episode, things have changed a bit. Quite a bit. In which Fire department are on scene. The sheriff is on scene. In which the sheriff are not needed here at the minute, so they've gone off to have coffee and donuts. Lol. And we are going to be left to clean. We are left to clean the mess up. The sheriffs will be back in a while. The sheriffs will be back, but we're not allowed to record. I can't do a video. I can't have the sheriffs on camera. So while they're off, we've only got while they're off. Go now. Get them cleared. When it comes to pulling things backwards, the steering on this truck here is damaged. The steering's damaged, which is a problem. With the steering being damaged, which one am I on? So it's the front loader. We're using the front loader for this one. We are going to pull the jackknife semi straight. Because the one that jackknifed has got severe steering damage. The steering column was badly damaged when it was hit. I need to turn around and do it. I need to turn around. So I'm going to try and pull it backwards instead of forwards. No, I'm going to pull it forward, sorry. This is in a rail configuration, which we'll be doing some episodes on the rail on this later. I currently have insufficient horsepower to pull this backwards. And that is because the brakes are still on. So we are going to go ahead, hop over to this truck, we'll fold it, we'll put the doors away. And still this thing is insufficient horsepower. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and back it out. We're going to try and back it out ourselves, in which I can just about steer it. The steering column is badly shot. So I can move it, but it's going to move the other trucks. Which the sheriff were on here. The sheriff got here. Which while the sheriff is still having donuts, they left. I've got all the keys to all of these trucks. I am going to stick it in reverse. I'm going to switch it back on and stick it in R. If I leave it in R, might keep the brakes off and just help me out a little bit. Just depends, because this thing does weigh a lot. What I need to get here is a portable fifth wheel, wheel hitch mod, and a portable tow bar mod. Anyone knows any for PS, please do let me know, because this is a PS gameplay. I'm not going to tell you which PlayStation though. I'm not telling you which PlayStation, but it... okay, so we've still got insufficient horsepower. Try that. That just pulls us closer to the lorry. We are going to have to up our game here. I'm not going to use this anymore. I'm abandoning this and going to sheer reversing. The steering steers fine, but the steering column is badly shot. Steering column is quite badly shot. I can steer it fine. That's because I'm putting on some real brute force to the wheel. That's why it steers fine, because I'm really strong to put force on the wheel. This is with controller, not a steering wheel. The reason I'm saying wheel, yeah, is the actual steering wheel. My character's strong and he can put a lot of force on the wheel. So it turns pretty slow. This thing doesn't have that great a steering, mainly because it's like a really loose steering. So it is pretty easy to control as well, this thing. But it's pretty easy to flip over as well, especially if you've got a loaded trailer. I can use the shunter truck that I have, which needs moving. I need to move my shunting vehicle to make it safe to work. Okay, so there's the first trailer. This is the first one. Guarantee you the next one will be more of a headache than the first. The next one is actually a big one. This job is actually a big one as well. You can tell the trailer is heavy, and it just jolted as well, which I'm going to go tab over to the digger. That's our shunting truck. This is our truck. It's the yard shunter. This thing now sounds like the New Holland TX32. You know, which isn't that great. The sounds aren't very realistic. This thing was used to clear up the snow. And we managed to clear a bit of the town with it. Which I just need a sip of tea. The block. And we'll go around it on the sidewalk. And I'm saying it American even though I am from England. Because most people that will watch this are probably American. Some people may be British, but if you do, for the British, if you don't know American words, this is a good chance to learn American words. Things like, so basically we're going to come in here, clean up the trash, in which this road isn't wide enough. I will call this a narrow street trap. And the sheriff, has taken the key. We moved that at the start of the video because he left the key there. And also he said if we need to, we can move it. Which he shifted at the back actually, as you can see, if you look closely, is gone back quite severely. So I'm gonna move over. Come on. Come on. Shift, will you? Will you shift, silly trailer? Now what I'm most worried about is the angle. Look at the angle of the trailer. So I don't want to be in the rodeo, thank you. She's now rocking. All the making it go sideways is doing actually just pushing me over. So I might have to admit defeat and use the Hudig 1260A, which I'm actually going to use the 1260. I'm going to admit defeat on this, but we have got permission to use the driveways. Because these two houses here are council houses. Why is this mailbox knocked over? I never knocked them out. Oh yeah, the truck probably knocked it over. Which we'll do, we'll get our Hudig right, and we'll just shift it over. We'll just have to push it quite quick. We'll just have to give it a nudge to shift, because it's going to do this. It is currently set to that, Hudig 1260. So you can see Hudig 1260 is written on the side. Which what I'm going to do is I'm going to not use the backhoe attachment for this. That's the lift. Nil. Which what we're going to do right now, we're going to come here. The pallet forks I widened out in... I made the pallet forks go wider, I can't remember when. So, I think the other day, I think at the start of the episode. Which this trailer is actually too heavy for me to ship with this. But it is an oversize. It may shift over when we go side, when we do the turn onto the last, when we turn onto the last road coming up here. It might just about shift enough, but we are actually over the legal limit. Which as you can see, oh. As you can see, it is definitely oversized. In which the trailer is now starting to give way quite severely. I'm going to have to stop the truck and admit defeat and go and get the shunter. I'm going to admit defeat on that. Which right now, as you can see ahead, we need our shunter truck. We'll probably lose it on the last bend and then the light comes flying off. So I'm not gonna... This truck does have beacons on. I do need to get the oversized load warning on this. And this thing has got like insanely good braking as well, as you just saw. And we should look at the trailer right now. It is leaning into that station wagon's path. So I'm going to have a challenge trying to get it past the station wagon. Because it's turning into a projectile. I just need to find a way to get the station wagon out of my way. Will you shut up, station wagon? Sorry guys about the honking. The AI being idiots. It is full of 59,000 litres, as you can see right now. Road salt, like I said. So it has got 59,000 litres of road salt. So basically, it's taken us 18 minutes. It's taken us like 18 minutes just to get one truck rescued. And finish setting up. That is not good. I did tell you it was going to be a long episode. But I didn't quite expect it to take 18 minutes just to rescue a truck. But it is a full truck collision. And the sheriffs are going to be back soon. So we have to be quick. If we're not there... The sheriffs did say they'd be at least an hour. We've probably got about not long left. Because when we started, the sheriffs gave us sort of 1 hour to do a video. The sheriffs gave us only an hour. The sheriffs were going to return, but they're going to have donuts instead. Your typical sheriff. Love donuts. Your typical police and sheriffs. They all seem to want a good old donut. Which me, I don't really have donuts that often, to be quite honest. But I can't have a donut right now because it's gonna go. Ugh. In which what we're trying to do right now is just tip it, come this way a bit, come this way, come this way. This way, this way, this way. Yeah, so it is physically hanging off the side. Just like I thought. Probably because of the wider tyre. What I'm trying not to do right now is killing the vehicle in the process. I'm backing onto the trailer. Now it is annoying just trying to do this, because this can be a long and tedious process. Once it took me an hour. When I was testing, it took me an hour to reverse it. When I was testing, it should have only taken me 2 hours to prep, and I should have started filming this about 3 hours ago. But then I went overtime on my prep, which I had a 2-hour stopwatch. And then I ended up going over the 2 hours that I initially gave myself to set up. I nearly made this multiplayer. I nearly ended up with a big mistake. But I'll probably cut the reversing out on the trip to the yard. Because he's gonna just do this weird thing again. He's gonna do some pretty stupid things. Like you saw right there. Right, this is a pain in the neck. Why can't this trailer just comply with its orders? This trailer right now, its only job is to sit on this trailer, fine. You know, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it with the truck. I can't put up with the amount of times it's just oofing and oofing and oofing. What I'm doing right now, look. This is 6-wheel drive. It should handle it fine. What's this steering? You know what? I give up with this. It considers it is, and if it wants to fall off, then it can just fly off the trailer at 1,000,000 miles. I mean, this is dangerous right now, because the landing gear on the trailer and the offside of the truck and the near side on the truck. The offside on the truck is like sitting in the air. The near side is sitting on the ground. The back of the trailer on the near side here is just sitting on the ground. That's why we're going to take one of the access roads. That's why we're going to take an access road I built to minimise road damage. Thanks a lot, car. That's what I hate about the in-game AI traffic sometimes. All they want to do is that. Now what I need to do is go around a sharp left hand. I need to go do a quick left hand. I just need to go around a real sharp left hand. Right hander here. And tip. And just get, and the trailer should fall into position. Boop at the birds. We'll go grab the shunter truck in a minute. There's the train, which is lucky that it's passing now, because it would I'd probably get hit. This would be hit by it. I've been in train accidents before in this game. I've been struck by the in-game train many times, but never with a loaded truck. Why it just did that, I do not know. Well, I could have been struck by the train if it was at the bridge right now. If it was at the bridge when I was at the railroad crossing, I probably would have been hit. Because I am only doing 6 miles per hour and decreasing. My speed gauge is physically going down. Cruise control is going to make no difference. So I'm going to pull here. And just see if I can find some traction here. I just need to find a bit of traction. And then the trailer, yeah, this will do it on this downhill here. Can't believe it's taken that long to do this. Really, I should have done a 4-hour prep and moved one of the trucks already. Really, I needed 4 hours probably to give myself 4 or 5 hours prep. But tomorrow I'm probably going to have 3 episodes done. This episode will be coming out straight off the bat. I'm finally managing to find some traction. 11 and increasing. So we're going pretty quickly, but my braking is going to be dramatically decreased. My distance of braking is going to be dramatically increased. Also, there's a pile of unmelted snow there. We'll park up, go tow over to the shunter. Just turn through our vehicles, in which we have a customer for our lawn care and our trailer moving business already, guys. He's also an accident and repair employee. He is employed. We hired him. I'm not going to take the access road this time, guys. I'm not going to take the access road because there's no sharp left hand. Because there's no point in it. When I've got a big heavy load on and it wants to do stupid stuff, that's when I'll take the access roads and the spare roads. Look, I own the whole map anyway. Loser. Must mind the bins there and not hit them, because that would be a lethal problem. That would be a stinky problem. But also, one of those bins holds corrosive stuff. One of those bins is actually full of packaging full of stuff that if it were to leak, anything left over in there will kill. It's basically hazardous. The first bin that we nearly hit is full of hazardous substances. In which if we need to, we'll push into the night. But this video is going to be long by the looks of it, long. This is without an edit, so it probably won't shorten down. If I had enough, this trailer is rear steer, but it's awful at steering this trailer. This trailer is the biggest model of the cramp that I can get, and I get barely an inch. All it just takes is some of this precision manoeuvring here, and the smallest of mistakes here is basically lethal. The smallest of mistakes will be a problem here. So this episode is probably going to be wrapped up here. So I'm going to wrap up the episode here, because this is long, and then the next part will be where we recover the rest. So that's all from me. Please do like and subscribe. And please click that bell to turn on post notifications. Right. So that's going to be it for me. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.